Hi everyone, today is a boring soldering video, and this is one of my projects that I designed using Design Spark, and I made the PCB as you can see here, and I put the components in and I hope this will work. I might have to repair some of the tracks and things, I don't know yet. But yeah, this is going to be a soldering video, and this is for a mood light project which I haven't really released yet, but I will release it in the future. Yeah, in the future I'll say how to create a mood light or something like that, and this video will probably be featured in that. Maybe, I don't know. You know how it goes, it's one of those projects and you just get on with it and see what happens. Anyway, so I'm going to start soldering it up and probably chat rubbish as I do. I'll start with a bit of flux over here. And this flux will clean the copper and make it easier to solder, of course, which you probably already knew that, but whatever. So I'll put some of that on there. So this project, ages and ages ago, I wanted to do it, and this is the mood light project, and it was supposed to be a woman-friendly video. Well, that was the logic behind it anyway. I wanted to make a video that appealed to women more than men, because the amount of women who watch my videos is incredibly low, and really it should be higher, but you know, it's just the way it goes. I find that a lot of women aren't really too interested in electronics, and they call it STEM, STEM subject. Can't remember exactly what it stood for now. Science, technology, engineering and maths, maybe? I don't know. So I had a chat with some women anyway, and I researched why they just weren't interested, and it seems that one or two actually, or quite a lot of them, more than one or two actually, are interested, but they just don't really see the point. And actually one woman said to me, she said, well, how does that help anyone? You know, how does such and such, how does this particular project help anyone? And maybe it was something about, maybe I asked her about the ESP32 or Arduino or something, a typical thing that I do, you know, maybe how to measure current or whatever. And generally speaking, from women who I speak to, the consensus is, well, how does that help anyone? And that's interesting, because if you talk to a lot of men, it doesn't matter if it can help anyone or not. It's something that's cool, or something that's useful, or something that does something that's good, or you know, whatever. It's a completely different approach. But from most women I speak to, they can be interested in these sorts of things, but they seem to be only interested if it directly helps someone, or basically it interacts with someone rather than doing something like providing power or measuring current or whatever. It directly influences a human or has something to do with a human. It seems that that's more woman friendly, or so I gather. We'll soon find out anyway. We'll see how many female viewers this gets. To be honest, I don't expect it to be a lot, but we'll find out. And you know, even if they don't like it or whatever, it's not a big deal. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's one of those projects. And you know how they go. Some things take off and some things don't. So yeah, what I've got for this is I've got one of those rather large LEDs, which I'll show you in a minute. Let's get rid of these. Put those in the bin. Yeah, so it's not one of those little 3-watt ones. It's a decent one. Yeah, I think it was I can't remember if it's 50 watt or 30 watt or something, but it's, well, actually 10 watt sounds familiar. Yeah, so I just thought I'd give a bit of background to this project, so now you know what it's for and where I'm thinking of going with it, if that makes sense. I mean, if you're a woman and you're watching this, maybe you could give me some hints on something that you think would be cool. because the statistics on this channel are that 5% of my subscribers are female. And there are some women who do like electronics and stuff. I know that because I'm on some groups on Facebook. And sometimes you do get women posting stuff, so I know that there is some interest, but it's just not very much interest. And I'm actually a believer in this. I mean, I don't think this is equal rights as such, because I think that's not really so much of an issue, but equal opportunities, I do believe in that, absolutely, and I think that women actually can do these things, and I've had many arguments before suggesting that women can actually be good programmers. I know they can, because I remember having dealings with them. I remember teaching one of them. I remember having a few dealings with female programmers, and they can definitely do it. But for whatever reason, there's some issue, and personally I think it's just lack of interest. But you know, from chatting with different people, it seems that in some circumstances there is interest, but it just has to be about it just has to be something which interests them, instead of just the bare subject, if that makes sense. Okay, so we've done that. Now we need 4 wires, and these are probably going to be solid core wires, and here doesn't need to be solid core. Let's see what wire I've got. It doesn't need to be silicone wire. No. This project will draw 1 amp, and what would the voltage be? What would the voltage be? 9 volts. 9 watts, so we need 9 watt wire, which these would do 9 watts easily. So we'll have a red and a white. Red and a white. There we go. Now what I originally intended is that these could go through here, but I don't think that's going to work, so we'll do it this way. Let's try and solder that in place. That's in, and then this white one will be ground, which is this one. Let's put this one in place. There we go. So these 2 holes here are actually for threading the wire through to stop pulling and stuff. But it looks as though I've not drilled it deep enough to do that. So whatever. Let's turn this around, and there we go. So that's what it looks like now. So this is the the Moonlight project up to now. Yeah, see, that's supposed to go through there like that to stop pulling. Now I suppose I could re-drill that. There's my drill around here. I've just drilled 1 hole by hand because I'm too lazy to find my my drill, which to be honest I don't have to find it. It's in the shed, but I just don't want to go out, it's too cold. So I'm just doing it by hand, and it actually works pretty well. You just keep doing that. And it just helps to stop pulling. So what do I want to do next? Well, the ground one, let's see, ground. Now is this common cathode or common anode? Okay, so I can put the nano in there now perfectly, and I can just take it back out if I need to. So this one is the red one, this one is the blue one. That is ground. Now I've actually made a mistake with that, but I'll explain in a second. So first thing we need to do is wire this up. This might be a little bit tricky actually. Let's see. Yeah, it is very tricky because the contacts are so small. It's going to end up ripping off. And there we go, there's the green one on. So now I've got all 3 wires in place. Now this ground, I'd actually made a mistake, hadn't I? It doesn't actually need a ground, so that's not really needed. What I should have done is I should have had a another red wire. So I put a red wire on here, and the red wire needs to go through there actually, and then to here. So I'm going to rip this one back out. Okay, so this wire here needs to be connected to switch 9 volts, which is that one there, the first one on the Arduino. So there we go. And now if I connect this up to 9 volts, it might work. Anyway, so here we have blue, there's blue, here we have green, and here we have red. And here we have the pulsating thing, which if I just turn some of these on and mix some of these colours up, you can see that it pulsates. Anyway, so that's my Moonlight Project solder up. Now I'm going to actually do a proper video about this at some point. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.